Hey, rest in peace.
Promise of Pain.
My name is Zander. I play guitar. In Promise of Pain.
My name is Noah. I do vocals in Promise of Pain.
I'm Brody, and I play bass in Promise.
My name's Tom. I play drums for Promise and Crack Jokes.
So a large reason is that Promise of Pain, at least to me, not speaking for everybody here, but for me it was always a 5-piece band, and our original lineup was the four of us included, but also our original bassist Nathan Lane Torma, who passed away 06/22 of 2024. And yeah, we haven't written anything outside of the stuff that we had with Nathan, and to me it's honestly like one of the most beautiful ways to memorialize one of our friends, you know what I mean, man? So everything was for him. His band was Nathan incarnate. I don't fucking know what the exact terminology is there, but if you ever look at Brody's bass guitar in any of our live videos, you always see a picture of him right at the head. And yeah,
I just mainly agree with Noah. I felt almost kind of disrespectful moving on without him, and I'm happy I got to be honored to kind of play in his name. I was gifted his bass and a lot of his cool pedals and stuff like that, so Noah kind of touched all the points I was going to say. So
I mean, we're wrapping it up because, you know, I think, like Noah said, I'd still consider us a 5-piece. Our homies just, you know, sorry. If you're not from here and you're watching, sort of a common thing to hear what you're hearing right now. We got the Dallas traffic. We're still a 5-piece, and you know, everything, if you've heard us, everything that you've heard was written with Nathan at some point, and we just, you know, we don't want to keep going because it wouldn't be Promise if we kept going without him. It'd be something else, and we don't want to do that. So, but yeah,
like I'm gonna parrot what everyone else just said. We're just like closing a chapter because everything that was written, even to like our very last song, had Nathan in at some point, and like a lot of the composers of the song came from him, because it all started out like with me and Thomas just like jamming in his back room when we were in like middle school, and a lot of the songs like progressed from there. And we brought along Nathan one day, and he started like helping us just build these songs to what they are. So every song he's credited in, because his hand's been in it at some point, and he's made it, each song, what it is. And yeah, like it felt like we can just finally like lay this whole thing to rest, because it's been a labor of love doing everything. And yeah,
mine is, there's a video that we have of Brody. He grabs a table and he starts slamming a table on the ground just so vigorously, and it was super awesome. Like I don't know if y'all like when I watch live videos of Promise, like watching you, Brody, is like probably like the fucking dopest shit, dude. Like, dude, you just look like a fucking dude, a brute force of nature. That's the best way I can describe him, man. And so, watching him break a table, dude, it was fucking awesome, man. That's probably my favorite memory.
Yeah, shout out for letting me just fuck up their table, man. Yeah, they said free t-shirt if whoever broke the table, and I just kind of, you know. But no, some of my favorite memories are probably when Promise was first starting and just like writing everything. The first show was like a backyard show at the Inwood House. And that was like the, I don't know, I would probably say especially tonight was a good memory. I don't know, it's all just been such a great time. It's kind of hard to say. But I think if I had to choose one, it'd probably be just writing everything with Promise, because I wasn't really into hardcore, but after being exposed to so many good musicians and playing with so many good bands, I developed like a love and a lifestyle for it. And I like watching Noah go crazy too. That shit's awesome. And just hearing him yell, it's dope.
I mean, kind of to bookend off of what he was saying about like sort of the earlier days of us being a band. Some of our first rehearsals with Nathan are some of my favorite memories, because he, we all kind of meshed really well musically, and those moments were just really raw. I think our songwriting process was very honest, because it would be like throwing things at the wall to see what sticks, so to speak. And when we all had something that we really liked, it would click almost immediately. And like those kind of light bulb moments are some of my favorite memories. And just also, yeah, like that backyard show, our first show with Inwood and Misanthrope, and I mean, that was just...
Yeah, I think the only remaining band off that bill is like Katetsu.
Yeah, Alter. I miss Alter.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I'm being honest, we were fresh off of our friend, moving on, and it was a really raw performance, and I think we were all feeling that, and I think that's, yeah. I'm just gonna keep going, but that's a good memory, I think. All right.
For me, I have two. Like, one of them, the early rehearsals with Nathan were just like really funny, because like Thomas said, like we just show up at Thomas's house, we just start like just jamming, and pretty much most of these songs came from just us jamming. There's a specific video I have like some Sony camera, and I was like, I'm gonna record this for some badass 4K, and like I set it up, and of course like we're cranked in his back room. And Thomas counts us off, and it's just like such like the most blown out, so you can't even tell what's going on. It's just really funny, because it's just 4 stick clicks and then a wall of sound that is like, you can't tell what's going on. It was really funny. Yeah.
I think we like irreparably damaged.
I think I damaged that camera. I don't use that camera anymore. Brand new Sony.
We peaked the mic off it.
Yeah. That was a really good one. And then like we got put on a show with Click, and I had not heard of Click before, and then Noah's a big fan of Click. I'm not a big fan of Click, just because we got put like on a last minute gig with them, and it was so sick to like play with a reputable band and just like meet them and be real cool with them. That was also a really good memory for me, because they're just such a sick band. Yeah, those two are pretty good memories for me.
And then I also have one more too. I mean, we were like, it was like peak like January, just fucking absolutely cold as fucking balls. And for some reason we wanted to meet up for rehearsal. I think it was like right after it was like safe to drive on the roads.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was like just then to drive safe on the roads. And
it's that derelict ass like 2-story building outside of Rubber Gloves. No offense. Hopefully they got the AC fixed, but it was cold as fuck in there.
Yeah. And we weren't expecting it to. Like I remember I specifically showed up in like a tank top and a jean jacket, and I was just like, oh my god. Dude. Yeah, that shit was so cool.
That was so fun.
Yeah,
that was fucking hilarious. And that was like the first time I ever like me and Nathan got there like an hour before, and we just had like heart to heart, just like talking.
It's like the first time y'all been like alone together.
Yeah, for like that long of a time. Cause like we've been alone, but yeah, no, it was really cool. Cause I remember us talking like so much about Attack and shit like that too. Yeah, dude, it was fucking awesome. Yeah.
This one tonight was really sick because it's the last show. That was really fun. This one we played with Click. That was sick. We did a a relief show when the hurricane was up north. Was that Helene? Was that hurricane?
Oh yeah, Hurricane Helene. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, that was a really fun show. We played at Gloves. We donated, like, we got a shit ton of money raised for it, and it was just like really satisfying. We played with some sick band, like Gray Arbor was on it. I don't remember who the fuck else was on it, to be honest, but it was a really fun show. That was a year ago today.
What?
Dude, that was a sick show.
Yeah,
Oh, it had a gagging order, rip gagging order.
Yeah, rest in peace. Favorite show. That one was a sick ass fucking show. I forgot, and I was also thinking about it was like parking lot knife fights first show.
Oh my.
And we were playing here at Black Cats. Oh, dude, that was a fun show. That was a fun show for me.
Knife fight, surprise set.
That one's recorded by you as well.
Yeah.
Tonight was just, I'll forever remember tonight. And then obviously the first one as well was really fun. I would say another one that I think about a lot is the Nathan tribute show. Because I remember specifically we were on a bill with like all of these like indie, like pop, like we were like the only hardcore band. We were the only like heavy band by like miles there. Yeah, and I remember a dude. He was a keyboard player, and he walked up to me, and he was dressed up as fucking Omni-Man and like this like little onesie, and he was like hey, are y'all the thrash metal band? And I was like, yeah, dude, we're the thrash metal band. And then we just like. Yeah, that place went up in flames like after that, and they were like, "Oh my god, you guys are too loud." But it was fun.
Yeah, Nathan's Remembrance show, that was fire, dude. I mean, we took 3 links and fucking gave him something to remember, because that lineup was just tossed, dude. Like. I don't know, man.
I don't feel bad for saying all the bands on there were shitty, because like they were like one of them was low-key making fun of Nathan, and I was like, that would piss me off. So
yeah, dude, that was just a really energetic show. I mean, we were
was great, though.
Yeah,
Hey.
We were just it was high energy. It was really emotional. So yeah, that show was great, and I guess it was the Hurricane show, the one where we ran like red lights for our entire set.
Yes, we opened, we were second, and we requested only red light. And I was on stage, I was scared at Gloves. I was like, I'd see like a camera, I'd see a camera flash, and I'd see some dude get decked in the face, and I was like, maybe red lights were not the best option, because like they turned them back on, everyone was like, please don't do that again.
It was fucking rad.
I was like, my bad. That was a good show though. I personally am like such a fanatic like Candy fan. It's very obvious if you talk to me at all, I'll talk about Candy, but like I'm just like, that's like my hands down favorite band. Not as much like influence in this band specifically, but they had a hand in it. Obviously, like years before, a lot of us took like a lot of inspiration from like Power Trip. There's like some random Gojira stuff here and there that we really pulled from. Trying to think of anything like off the wall that people wouldn't really expect, from myself at least.
I remember we did like our first cover was like the Metallica.
What did we do?
Yeah, we did a Metallica cover.
We played like Seek and Destroy or some shit like that. Don't know why. We didn't play it for anyone. We just like played it at a rehearsal one day. I can't remember why we played it, but
it was like our first rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like someone was like, it was like something off Kill 'Em All. Yeah, it was 5-0. It was that was an interesting one.
For sure, Power Trip. A lot of the Bay Area, punk bands for sure for me, and Rascal Flatts.
I can't think of anything off the wall, but I would definitely say Candy and Power Trip were the main influences, at least towards this band. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, like generally speaking for the band, the more like chaotic bands, I don't know, like feedbacky, like Power Violence, they keep saying Candy. I gotta agree. anybody that writes a song that's like sub 3 minutes. Yeah, World Peace. Shout out World Peace. And I mean, like, we all kind of like bleed our own influences in there. I mean, personally, like, my style of playing didn't really start in like metal. I don't know, like, just guys who like managed to look cool and sound cool when they're playing. Like, Audioslave is a huge one for me. Brad Wilk, if there's any drummers watching. Yeah, the way that dude like beats the shit out of his drums and like still manages to keep a solid groove and keep it real heavy, even though it's not like straight up, it's not metal or hardcore, it's just, you know. Yeah, so Audioslave for me, and then I guess like a kind of unexpected one. I really like a lot of like fully non-distorted music. So like nice. Any like D'Angelo fans or like just like R&B stuff, you know, it's really good for kind of like teaching groove, learning groove. Yeah, that's it for me though.
We talked about like favorite shows, and it just occurred. He said World Peace, and it occurred to me one day we played a Thanksgiving food drive show. Brody couldn't make it, so we had this genius idea. We're like, well, we only got to do a 3-piece. I dropped the guitar and picked up bass, and we only played bass, drum, and vocals, and it was like a train wreck of a set. But like, if anyone remembers that, I'm sorry you had to see that, but it was very funny because we just tried to like world peacify all of our songs, and it was like 20% success rate. It was kind of whack, but we wanted to help raise food for the area. Loud ass cars. I'm torn between two. Absorbed was like the first song we fully fleshed out together, and like there are some unnamed inspirations on that song that I'm not going to go into. It's a little too on the nose. That one and Idol. That was the very last song we wrote. Like, we had the riff. Like, I think Nathan had jammed the riff with us. He passed, and like we happened to have a rehearsal the day he passed, and we wrote that song like right then on the dot. And like I couldn't be happier with how it came out. Like, it's just such a fun song to play.
Temporomandibular and Liquid Sky for sure.
I would have to say Liquid Sky. Liquid Sky is my favorite. I just love the breakdown at the end.
It's the oldest song.
Yeah, like, and it was also.
Wrote that shit in middle school.
Yeah, like, it was just like, I remember like getting like an email from Zander like after being like, hey, you want to join this band? And it was just like, it was first called Machine, and y'all played like drop D, I think, or like D standard, and it was like recorded. Yeah, it was like recorded on like a Boss Katana, and and it was just like, it was so raw, and I was like, dude, I like this, you know. And yeah, I would have to say Liquid Sky.
Yeah, I'm going to have a really hard time not calling them by their working names, because I was calling them those names for fucking years. Yeah, Liquid Sky is arguably our longest song, so I think it's safe to say we tried a little harder on that one. Yeah, and then Idol, I think Idol was our most, like, I don't know if ambitious is the right word, but like we really went for like something new on that song. Because I mean, there's not a lot of bands out there doing like a Boots and Cats transition, you know. Yeah, we kind of just like put a spin on it. So I think, yeah, Liquid Sky and Idol. Also, if you listen to our EP, fun fact, if you've gotten this far into our lore, Nathan's heartbeat ends that song. So after the song ends, you'll hear, really fast thumping, and that's a live recording of his heartbeat. So yeah, that's about it for me.
I got hella riffs. I just got to figure out what to do with them. For me, I don't know. I just got to keep writing riffs till I figure out what I want to do.
My strong suit is guitar, and I go to school for jazz, so I definitely want to do some shit in like odd time signatures and just like I want to make something somebody can. I think as like this door closes, another one will open for me soon, hopefully, and I just want to write shit that people can cry and also dance to. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. I love drumming. Been doing that for the longest. But I think I want to try another instrument just to see how that feels. But if not, and I end up a drummer again, that's great. I will say, like, straight up, I want to peel off the like slammy stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to write a lot of like beat down slam stuff anymore. Like, I'm chill with a breakdown, you know what I mean? Like, I like writing that, but I think you know, we can be a little bit more sorry, I just had like 2 sports bikes buzz us. Yeah, dude, just something a little bit more ambitious, because we're all creative, and I think we can do some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I don't know, but stay tuned.
I forgot to mention, I am in a project with my roommate Evan, and yeah, we're doing like a lot of punk stuff. So hopefully, it's like East Standard.
No breakdowns.
Yeah, no breakdowns. So that's gonna be really fun. So I'm excited with that. So
Shout out freaking... Okay, so our first show was kind of like luck of the draw. Woody, previously of Inwood, now of Hatred Creation and other stuff. I don't know how he came across my Instagram, but he found it somehow, and like he'd always fuck with our like recordings me and Thomas would post, and like one day he just reached out, I was like, yo, I'm gonna put you guys on a show, and that ended up being our first show at Christian's house in the backyard. Again, like luck of the draw. Like, I have no clue how he originally found my Instagram, but he was like, I really fuck with y'all and I want to put y'all on, and like if it weren't for him, I don't think like we would have had nearly the amount of shows or nearly like the amount of like traction we did, because like that was just like the right place, right time kind of thing. That's all I got off the top of my head.
Yeah. A lot of those dudes, and then like even like Christian Sr. and like all of them as well. Yeah, no, they rode for us very hard, and they cared for us. Even fucking yeah, they got ambulance going, man.
hey,
Nah, but even Tom of Cynical, like, he has been a huge supporter of us, and I mean, there's just like so many people. The whole entire like A17 hardcore has just been super kind and caring community, and I like, honestly, the love that we received as a band is probably like the most immense amount of love, and it's probably like, it's a very beautiful community, and we're very grateful to be a part of it, and that's just mine.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say shout out Nathan. Yeah, he not only taught me a lot as him being like this like wonderfully heavy composer of just like some stupid caveman Neanderthal riffs.
Dude, he existed like in the like the DFW hardcore space before we were even like thinking about putting our foot through the door.
Yeah,
like,
so shout out him for sure. And rest in peace, of course. I would like to shout out every band we've ever played with, or anybody we've ever kind of interacted with, like if it's been like somebody buying our shirts or somebody listening, even to those who listen to our music. And yeah, it's been so fun and just so eye-opening and life-changing. I like to shout out these guys. I love the hardcore scene, and I don't know who I'd be without it today. And I've known Noah since I was a freshman in college, but I knew Thomas when we were when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, dude. We can go back.
Yeah, and so me and him were on like the same drum line and stuff. And then I think one of the first times I actually, because when I first met Zander, I didn't know if he like actually liked me or not. And so you didn't like me at first. And so, but we went to like we all took this trip to like Possum Kingdom, and then I found out he was a like cool guy. And then we just kind of grew closer as promise, like, you know, unfolded and became what it is today. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, man. I mean, geez, if we're shouting out like day ones, when Z and I would jam, obviously we were in high school, so I didn't own that house. In fact, it was my grandma's house. So, shout out Granny, bro, for dealing with our loud ass music. Golly. Yeah, dude. And then yeah, dude, freaking Woody, man. Like,
Yeah.
because we're not from Dallas. We're from like an hour, like southeast or something.
Southeast.
Yeah, southeast. Like, you know. Hardcore does not exist out there. So, however he came across us, it was just that was a damn miracle. Yeah, we wouldn't have a reason to play a last show if it wasn't for that guy hitting us up, because he gave us our first show. Yeah, shout out Nathan. I was in bands with him before Promise. Like, he was the other half of my rhythm section for years. Lived with them. Yeah, dude. And he, he had a lot of honor, you know, with what he was dealing with. He kept a brave face, and it was really inspiring, you know, for me at least, you know what I mean? Because like it kind of helped me to zoom out a little bit, and yeah, I mean we all just kind of got to push to keep going, and yeah, so shout out Nathan. And I mean everybody who's like moshed or clapped or like said what's up at a show, yeah, shout out y'all. And Tom, Heather.
I'm sorry. Shout out the cameraman. Obviously, yeah, for recording us. Shout out every cameraman. Y'all are fucking sick. Yeah. Marcus.
Black Dex Production.
Yeah. I would.
856. Just kidding.
Yeah. Shout out. I also want to make a shout out to my roommate Evan.
Dude.
Yeah, negative attribute on Instagram, dude. Go follow him. He's making some fucking sick-ass posters. But he really helped me kind of develop and give me, like, a lot of music recommendations and stuff like that. And so, and I really found what connects with me and what connects with, like, how I want to say what I want to say on any instrument I play, so.
I'll add to the Nathan thing, like what Thomas said. Like, he did carry a lot of honor with him. Like, what he was going through, like, I was like terrified for him, and he just like would look me dead in the face, just be like, he was so brave about everything. And like I think that's what helped us like keep going after he passed, was just he just like, I feel like he was wearing like a suit of armor. He was just such a solid guy. Like he just took it and took whatever came to him with grace. It was pretty awesome, honestly. I don't know how he did it.
Yeah, my final piece on it. And dude, that dude popped a wheelie for Liquid. That was pretty.
That guy just did a fucking wheelie.
Yeah, dude, that was actually pretty sick, man. Nah, but Connor, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the guy.
This is just something that I get to look back on when I'm like 6 years old. Just be happy. Nah, but I'm gonna be forever grateful that I got to play on riffs that y'all let me scream upon. So I love you guys, and I'm really grateful. And this was Promise of Pain.